and welcome guys to DWD. This is R3ach Project. Basically, I want to say first off, thank you for you guys' comments and feedbacks. It was really great to hear from you. I would like a lot more if possible. You can either do it right here on the link below, or you can click up here on the YouTube video and hit create account, and you will be able to add a username and a password and give them an email, and you'll be able to have a YouTube account for which you can make friends, favorite things, make playlists, subscribe, check out tons of other videos and information sites, and basically, have the whole YouTube set up. So that's what I want to say about the subscriptions and the feedback, because I'd like to hear more. On today's short little video, like I said, it's the episode 1. We're going to talk about depression, and we're going to talk about what causes depression and also about some treatments. The first one we like to talk about is externals. External depression is when depression is caused by something outside the body. So, for example, a car accident, any type of traumatic event, a loss of a close relative, a best friend, abuse, victim of a crime, anything that happens to you that causes traumatic event symptoms to your body. So basically very, sad and upset and emotional, can really trigger depression. Basically, with internal, should I speak, it is when you are somewhat predisposed, I would say, to depression. I wouldn't say for sure, medically, don't take that for a fact, but basically it's when your mother or your father or your grandparents have had depression or anxiety, and the gene passes through genetically or hereditarily speaking, and you can acquire depression that way. And that's so that people know that there's different ways to have depression, because when it's internal, a lot of it has to do with chemical balancing. There's chemicals in your brain that balance out your moods, balance out your activities. Everything that your body normally does is controlled somehow in a way by the chemicals in your brain, and depression basically prohibits certain chemicals from balancing out properly, and it can either be, like I said, different symptoms for different types of depression. Just like with anxiety, there's different symptoms. You never want to let anybody tell you that you're definitely depressed, because until you see a family doctor or a psychiatrist, you won't know this, because they're the only person that is really relevant in the diagnosis process. Also, what you should do. Of course, DWD is always here for support and to try to steer you in the right direction, because a lot of us are survivors or still dealing with it. So it's easy to, make sure that you have the backbone of the support system, but also see the specialist on the depression or the anxiety or whatever mental health issue that you're dealing with. Usually what happens with depression is that there's, choices that you have on whether, you're going to go for medicine or you're going to go for therapy. And hey, you guys get out of here. I'm sorry guys, I just don't know, it's just choices sometimes. But anyway, they're going to mention things about medicine, and you don't want to definitely go straight ahead to medicine, because it's not necessarily what you're going to want to do. A lot of people think automatically you need to take medicine, but a lot of times strictly therapy can handle it. The same goes for the other boat. Sometimes you don't need therapy, but you will need medicine. It all depends on what your doctor says. But you got to remember that when you, for example, I'm going to take medicine out of the equation, because with therapy, you want to make sure that not only do you tell them everything, everything. The better they know you, the better they can help you. It's all secure information. It's between you and them, unless you decide that you tell them things that they feel detrimental to your health. But you should never, think that it's too weird to say, because it's there. Therapists are there to help you. With the therapy, you want to make sure that you give them 100%. If they give you worksheets or things of that nature, or tell you to do certain things, you want to make sure that you give it your all, because it's basically helping you. With the medicine, you want to make sure that if the first medicine don't work for you, that you let your doctor know, because then he can, prescribe you different medicines, because not all medicines work the same way for same people. And there's, issues a lot of times with medicine where it doesn't work for one person, but it will work for another, and vice versa. So basically, you want to make sure that you get the right medicine for you, and that with your therapy, you go, and you give it 100%, because it's there to help you. Like I was saying in my intro video, depression is not something that makes us weird. It is not something that makes us weak. It is something that is very common to a lot of people, especially nowadays in this world. And I want people to understand that it's not something that you can never overcome. Depression is a lot of times not for the whole duration of your life. You're not forced to be depressed your whole life. Also, in terms of medicine, if you're worried about taking medicine the rest of your life, there is cases where you might need to do that, but you want to make sure that you really look at it, because for me, for example, if the choice came down to medicine for the rest of my life or being depressed in a depressed state due to chemical imbalances, just as if I had diabetes, I would need to take insulin. I'm going to do that. I'm going to make sure that my health is good and that I'm happy, with myself, because we're not here to impress anybody else. We're here to be happy with ourselves, and that's where the building blocks of having a good overall healthy life and a fun life begins. A lot of people worry about what other people think. It isn't what other people think. It's about how you feel about yourself, and then that's going to shine out, and people are going to see that. People are going to see that you are happy and that you're go-lucky, that you're a fun person to be around. And the last thing that you need is depression to pull you down and for you to feel overwhelmed and the anxiety to ruin your life, because you are definitely, a strong, special person. And depression, like I said before, it does not target the weak, it challenges the strong, and it's always going to make sure that it's going to try to beat us, and we're not going to let it, and that's something that I want people to stay positive about. I want people to make sure that they, do all they can to beat this, because it's very beatable. This is not the end of the world. I know that there's times when we are, pretty much in the pits. I mean, there's times when you are so anxious you can't go outside. There's sometimes when you're so sad you just want to give up. We've all been there. There's not one person in this place, in this world, that hasn't had depression and not felt those type of feelings. And the same with other issues that we're going to go through, other illnesses. So was what I meant to say. Other illnesses have other effects, but that's basically the positive message that I want to spread. And then that the admins here at DWD and also the members, you guys are what makes DWD, and we need you guys to support each other just as we support each other, and we make sure that we help people and that we try to get them in the right direction, because it's definitely something that the world can overcome. So basically, I want to end it with that. I want to thank everybody once again for watching the video. I wanted to tell everybody that I'm going to be making a video coming up in probably a few days. Try to get these out rolling, because my laptop was down, so I'm behind a little bit. But basically, make sure that you comment, you subscribe, that you let me know how you deal with depression. Some sites that I'm willing to take a look at anything, any videos that you would like me to include in this. If you have any quotes that you'd like to be heard on here, let me know. This is basically for you guys. This is the video version of an admin. So that's the reason I did it. Also, like I said, I wanted to help people, and if I could give back in any type of way, that's the way that I'm going to do it. So just remember that there's always, a chance that you're going to have a bad day, and that you need to overcome it, that we're here, and that you are beautiful. So this is R3 signing out from the R3ach Project. Have a great night.